The supreme way of benefiting is to help others enter the Dharma. So, as I say, it's not a matter of going around knocking on doors and handing people pamphlets. Or assuring people the Buddha loves you. At the same time, I've always said that the real criteria of whether we're making any progress in our Dharma path is when our family say, you're much nicer nowadays. What are you doing? So that's the point. People learn from our example far more than from what we say. Right? And we're not here on a big missionary bent, whatever our particular interests are. But should people show an interest, of course, we can share what we understand. We can, as we said before, we can lend them books or give them books. In China, they have, and not just China, in Asia in general, Buddhist Asia, they have a nice custom of people donating towards the publication of books, which are then offered for free. So if you go to a temple, you always see a table with many books and a little sign saying for free distribution, you cannot sell these books. And so this is a very nice way of sharing, that people, if they're interested, they can take a book and take it home and read it. And so in this way, to share what we know, if people want to hear, but if they don't, then leave them alone. Because nothing is more boring than somebody else trying to push their spiritual trip down your throat. If they're interested, great. If they're not, then okay, let's let them do what they're doing. So he said the supreme way of benefiting is to encourage them, if they are interested. I mean, this was said in Tibet, so then it's a different, all the Tibetans were vaguely interested. But, in ordinary everyday life, if you meet people who are interested in whatever it is your spiritual path, then you can talk about it, you can encourage them to come along or give them something to read or tell them what YouTubes to download. And this is a great benefit. If you hear that somebody, later maybe you meet somebody and they say, I began practicing because of something you said or something you gave them to read or something like this, and this really started me on my spiritual journey, then that's wonderful. But as I say, I think people learn more from example than from actual words. I'm talking. If you get this much of what I've said at the end, it's already an accomplishment. Because mostly what you say goes in one ear and out the other, and then off people go. But if people meet with somebody in their daily life who inspires them by their mode of being, or by the way they respond in a very challenging situation, and they think, wow, well done, then, that can influence people very deeply. Even if it's unintentional. So yes, this is a great benefit. Many people nowadays, they feel their life is really very meaningless and empty in the wrong sense of the word. Not good empty, bad empty. Hollow. And so if anything that we do or say or we can indicate which can help them to put even a foot on a genuine path, then that is the best thing we could ever have done for anybody. To open the door to their own inner spirituality. Nothing we could ever do is better than that. Because it's not just for this lifetime, but it would be for all future lifetimes also. That entry into connection with a spiritual path. So yes, that is indeed the supreme benefit for all beings, is to open up the door to the spirit for them.